Welcome. Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. All right, find yourself a seated position, an upright position. You don't have to sit like me. You can sit in a chair or at the edge of your bed, or you can even be lying down. You really just want to sit anywhere that you can keep your back upright, not tight where you're too stiff, and also not too bent over. These would cause a little bit of pain in the end. So you really want to find a place in the middle where kind of a loose, upright back. I also want to talk a little bit about closing our eyes during meditation. It's customary to close your eyes during meditation practice, and you'll hear this from a lot of people. And this is okay. You can close your eyes during meditation. However, meditation with your eyes open helps blur the line between formal practice and our everyday life. And that's really, really important when we start and begin and continue our meditation practice. We really want that line between formally practicing and the rest of our life to be totally vanished. We want it to be all one continuous change of existing, really, a change of how we feel to be in the world. And so in order to do that, keeping our eyes open during meditation mimics how we are during our everyday life when we're awake. When we're awake and we're going throughout our day, our eyes are open. So we keep them open. Also, when we are lost in thought, and we'll get into that a little bit, but when we're lost in thought and we're off thinking about something, worried about some problem and this and that and the other, we actually lose our senses. And the sense of sight is also that. We don't literally lose it, but we stop paying attention to it. So when you're in meditation, the floor is very clear. But when you get lost in thought, then you don't notice the floor anymore. You're somewhere else, some world, some thought, some problem. So we keep our eyes open to be used as another tool for meditation practice. It's another tool to use to notice if we're lost in thought or not. So with your eyes open, back upright, go ahead and leave the screen alone. Just look a little bit ahead of you. Just on the floor, on the desk, on the carpet, so wherever you're sitting. Maybe it's your legs if your legs are out long. Just whatever it is. We're not staring and analyzing, but we're also not zoned out and buzzed. We don't want things to be fuzzy. Clear, open eyes, gazing down, upright back, present. Eyes open, down. Just sit here. We're not doing anything in particular. We're not doing anything here in order to get somewhere else. Let's just sit here with our eyes open, ears open, Body open, mind open, nose open, tongue open. Just this right now without struggle. There's nowhere to go, nothing we've done, nowhere to be, except right here, completely open. Accept this experience, no matter what arises. Just sit here, eyes open. Your mind will keep talking, giving you fresh ideas or problems to worry about. But these are just noises. Just come back to seeing the experience of sight itself. Not seeing anything in particular, but is simply the experience of seeing itself. Let this experience cut through thoughts. Simply regard your thoughts like the sound of a ticking clock in the other room. You don't need to push them away, but you don't need to pay attention to them either. Simply return to the experience of open eyes, clear, not fuzzy sight. Again, you'll get lost in thought. You'll follow some story in your head. This isn't a failure. Simply come back to the noticing of sight itself. Let thinking think what it wants to. Just leave it alone and return to seeing. You may also notice that the patterns that are being seen will morph and change, giving you images on the floor or the desk or whatever you're looking at. May feel distracting, like you can't keep your eyes still. Simply continue to pay attention to the sensation of sight. This is the mind trying to contemplate and make something of your sight. It will pass. Just continue to leave thoughts alone and clearly see what's in front of you. eyes open. What sees this? What sits here, eyes open? Follow the line of attention back to the source of what sees. Where does this sight come from? Don't go to your mind and answer it with words. Turn your attention back and look for the source. Use your eyes, the attention of the eyes, and turn it backwards. Where is the source of sight? Look carefully. Where is the line between the seer and the seen? Can you find it? All right, you can look at the screen. Having our eyes open during meditation really serves three purposes. One, it blurs the line between meditation formal practice, like I was saying earlier, and our everyday life, which is really important to blur. We don't want this to be time for practice in my everyday life. Practice should morph into our day. So having our practicing with our eyes open allows that presence to be available to us. Also, when we are lost in some thought, some fantasy, some worry, we don't see. That's why when you go down a new road or you go into a new country, things look so vibrant, or you see a sunset that's so vibrant. You're so clearly aware of what you're seeing. But when you go down the normal day to work, the normal pathway you take every single day, walking through your house, you're not really paying attention to what you're seeing. It's more just thinking and thoughts and problems. So when you're not seeing the floor or whatever you're looking at, you're lost in thought. So it's just another tool to know that you're lost in thought. And finally, it's an attitude thing. We don't run from anything in meditation. Meditation isn't about hiding or going inside. It's about becoming very clear and aware of what is and looking for what's looking. Who am I? So if we close our eyes, we're trying to change our experience somehow, but we don't need to. Just keeping them open allows us to be very clear and available to what is. Thank you for your time today. The Attentive Mind posts videos just like this every single day. So if you want to start your meditation practice, please join us. We'll be here for you. Also, if you have any questions about what we talk about today, please comment below. I answer all questions at length. I'll be happy to help. Thank you for your time again. I'll see you tomorrow.